In this class, we are going to discuss about the two important keywords, that is this and super keywords. So it is very, very important keywords in Java, this and super. These are the Java reserved words. At the same time, this we can call them as the keywords. Like static and final, these are very important keywords basically, that we will try to understand what is this and super keyword, right? Create a new class and demo, or else CDF. Okay, now I created the class, and let me try to explain what is this and what is super keyword basically. This is nothing but, if I wanted to assign a specific value to this specific class, then we will use this keyword. So in encapsulation, that we have already used this keyword. Let me try to explain what is the advantage of this keyword basically. See, for example, when you have the data class, you cannot declare the value like int x equals to 10, because when we define that as a data class, what will happen there, each and every time that values will be changed, all the data you can wrap them in a single unit. So employee details will change. The first time you will store the employee one details, as we discussed in yesterday's class. Okay, so let me go to the class and let me show you there. Encapsulation demo. If you see this class, we have created the object for employee and you are setting the values. So here you have defined the data members, right? So what will happen here, basically, you just define the data members and you can set the different values. To set the different values, what we have to do, we have to use this keyword, this dot id, this dot name, this dot email id. Likewise we set it. So that means whatever the data members that we have defined, so that will be setting in this class, whatever the data members is there, right? From different class you are setting, that will be assigned to this specific class. So what will happen, we will write it int id and string name and string mobile. So these are the three data members, right? So what will happen, basically, I wanted to send some values from other class and I wanted to access it. So let me try to do what is I'm doing as it basically, or else I will do one thing. I will write a method or constructor GDF. I'm writing the constructor. In this constructor, what I'm doing is I'm setting the values. This dot id equals to 10. Okay. This dot name equals to Nagesh. And this dot mobile equals to 285. Right. So now values has been setted. What I'm doing is I have some method public void, or else I can write a method public void hello, and this is the method, and where I am trying to print the system.out.println id, okay, plus okay, space and name, okay, plus place and mobile. Okay, now what is happening here? Now main method I'm writing. Inside that main method I'm calling the hello. Okay, GDF object equals to new GDF, right? Object dot and this hello method I'm calling, and we'll see what will happen basically. Here it is printing the values. For example, I don't have this, and we will see what will happen. So that we will understand the difference and what is the use of this keyword. Now you can see 0, null and null. So since you declare int, so int 1 by default value is 0 and string 1 by default value is null and string 1 by default value is null. What we understand from this simple syntax after execution, okay, this is the keyword which is playing an important role to assign the values which we have declared in that class as a data members. Very clear. This is the keyword which is helping us to assign the values which we have declared in the class, right? Data members. As a data members we declared in the class, and to assign the values to the data members we will use the keyword. We have the data members means we are not assigning the values, that means data member. Okay, data members, and we have the data members. When we wanted to assign the values, when we wanted to assign the values to the data members, to assign the values of the data members, we will use this keyword. So this is an importance of this keyword. So you can set it from like writing a method, or you can set it from a different way. So if in this case I have written some constructor, and by default the moment you run this one, constructor will be invoked and you are setting the values. So if you wanted to create a method and if you want to set it, that is your wish. So in this class, if you see, we have if let me show you this class. Here you can see how we are setting is we are writing a method and we are setting it. So that is your choice how we are setting is. But what we have to understand is when you add the this, that means whatever the data member that they have defined, we are assigning the value. So in previous video, what we did is we are sending this value from another class and we are setting here. Okay, but only thing that you have to understand is this is possible for within this class. Outside of the class I am declaring this dot id, that will not assign the values to this class. Only can be done within the class. You cannot do it outside of this class, right? That is called this keyword. This is a keyword which we will use to assign the values to the data members. That is possible, right? This is this keyword. Okay, we will try to discuss about the super keyword. What is super keyword and why we need the super keyword? Super is completely different from this keyword. Okay, so what will happen in a super when we have two different classes? Let me create a new package. Okay, so let me create a new package and we'll try to start from there. This and super keyword. So create a new package. right? So now I'm creating one class. Okay, this class is demo. Let me make it as an Nagesh class. Finish. This is the class. Okay, and let me have the another class also, that is Siri. So now we have two classes. One is a Nagesh class, one is a Siri class. So what I did is basically here I have the variable int x equals to 10, or string name equals to Nagesh. Clear? So now what I'm trying to do, this is the subclass. Extends this class, super class, right? And I have a method, or else I can write it as a main method. Now in this class, to explain accessibility, we have to write in a public method, public void hello. This is the method, and your let me not write anything first. Let me have the main method. Okay, so this is a super class, and super class having the two data members. And suppose you can consider this is having the one method also. Okay, so what will happen when we wanted to apply the super? See, for example, in this class, I have the same, okay, two data members, which is having the declarations, right? So what will happen? This is 20 and this is Nehan. Okay, so I am creating the object for this class. Okay, Siri object equals to new Siri. Okay, object dot hello, I'm printing. Okay, here what we're doing is I'm printing x plus name. So we'll see what is happening here. Run and execute the Java application and we'll see what is happening. So here it is printing the value of 20 and Nehan, which you declare in the subclass, right? So now what I wanted to do is I don't wanted to use this extend name from this class. I wanted to use that values from the super class. Super class having the same extend name. I don't want subclass values of extend name. I wanted to access the super class extend name. I don't want this subclass. Then what we have to do is super dot x and super dot so now what will happen when you run this, you can see it will give 10 comma Nagesh. Here what you are trying to print x comma name that already present in this class, but what is happening, so it is trying to access the super class variable rather than accessing the subclass. Okay, let me explain you the some different scenario. Here we have the public void nihi. Okay, one method is there. Here system.out.println I am from subclass or child class. I am from subclass or child class. And where I have the same method, let's see, in super class, that implementation is different. I am from super class or parent class, right? So now what I'm trying to do is I have created an object and object dot hello I'm printing here. Here I'm accessing the super class. First one, what I'm doing is I am calling this method here. We'll see what is happening, right? When I call this method, it is calling this nihi method, which is present in the class. I am from subclass. So what I'm doing is super dot nihi. Okay, so now what will happen, you can see I am from superclass or parent class, means the method which is present in the superclass or Nagesh class, that is invoking. So super is nothing but, so you can access the superclass variables or methods by using the super keyword. So that is nothing but super keyword. So these are the two important keywords in Java that we will use. So to set the values, we will use this keyword, and to access the values which is there in the super class, we will use the super keyword.